All right, guys. Oh man, good morning, team. How's everybody doing today? It is a beautiful Wednesday. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm just waking up, drinking my coffee. Ah. My thoughts on the Hewlett Packard. I've traded it before. I've usually had pretty solid results shorting it, but this gap up is not as extended as it was the last time I traded. Here, let me turn this down so you guys can hear me. Let me know if the music's too loud, guys. But yeah, this gap up on Hewlett Packard is not as extended as I generally trade. And with VWAP fades specifically, I just gotta find shorts. Like I gotta short stuff, and for that I have to look at, significant overextension is really what I'm looking at. So I'm looking at stocks that have just gapped up way too much relative to their value, and then I can short them the next morning at the open. Man, I rewatched some of the stream yesterday, and I realized how much I suck at whistling. I cannot whistle. It sounds like I can whistle, but I can't whistle, I feel bad about myself. I'm always trying to whistle. I can never do it. What's up, Tyrell? What's up, bro? That's right, Nick. CLVS Scott, let's take a look. Hold on, let me get my charts up. Oh no, what did I do? I didn't need to do that. Oh man. No. Here we go, I guess that'll work. I gotta pull out my charts up again. Alright, so yeah, we got Hewlett Packard, which is, something's going on in the sector. I'm seeing a lot of stocks that are kind of like this move. They're all kind of the same too. AVX, BTI, UA, Edit. We got LTM, VEEV, which looks very similar to Hewlett Packard. VMW, same thing, very similar to those. Keys, very similar to those. What's going on with these? VEV, because they all look the same. BMRN, Baba, Roku. I might look at Alibaba. I don't trade it that much. I might start looking at it. CTL, AMD. Market's up. Why is CLVS not showing up on the gappers? Because it's not really that significant of a gapper. I mean, this one's up 15 cents. It's pretty close to break even. Actually, it's even less than that. This one's only up 10 cents overnight, and so it's a very small gap relative to what it usually does, and so it's just not a significant move. Where if we compare it to the previous day, the low of pre-market was 920, the highs were up here at 1050, and so it just had a much larger range in pre-market. Today's just kind of boring and dull. Hasn't moved that much. It's up 10 cents, so that's probably why. Yeah, man, the SPY keeps going, man. The SPY keeps going. Yeah, I'm looking at VMW. Or VWN. Or maybe it was It's none of those. What is it? VMW. Yeah, I was right the first time. Alright, yeah, these are all moving the same. I gotta look up the news for this because these are all moving very similar to each other. Let me look up some of this. Alright, so it looks like this is just third quarter results. Yeah, man, I like this beat. This beat's cool. Yeah, we're gonna look up some gappers in a second. But yeah, market's up. Market's up. SPY up to 315. My Thinkorswim, when I started it up this morning, it gave me a notice of performance defect, or whatever it is. I've given it a lot of RAM. Like I said, I just got to go buy a new RAM stick. You know, I need to get like 32 Gs in this thing, but it'll be alright. Yeah, we're up to like 315 right now in the overall SPY. I still haven't really figured out what the actual S&P is. Does anybody know how you look at the S&P 500 when the SPY? Like for other platforms, it was DGIA. I usually just look at the SPY on Thinkorswim, but you know, looking at the Dow Jones, I'd like to compare the two. So, you know. Yeah, if anybody knows what the Dow, what the S&P is on Thinkorswim, let me know. Yeah, but Hewlett Packard's definitely one I'm watching. Oh, these look like earnings. SPX, let me take a look at that. Ah, thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to look at the longer term S&P 500 index. There it goes. Alright, so this is the daily. Let's compare it with the SPY here. They should do extremely similar things, and they do. Except for pre-market. Like the Dow Jones, the S&P 500 doesn't play that. You know, it doesn't play that noise. What about the Dow Jones? I'm sorry, I'm getting the Dow Jones and the S&P mixed up. What's the Dow Jones? It's like DGIA. But yeah, there's the S&P 500 versus the little mini S&P 500. But what about the Dow Jones? Let's look at that too. Music's too loud. Steve Franco, welcome, bro. Glad you're here, man. I'm gonna give you the realest advice out of everybody online. So just stay there for a second. I'm gonna give you the realest advice over everybody online, and you probably don't want to hear it. But I'm going to give you some real advice, Steve. So stay here. You know, like I said, it might be a buzzkill, but you got to hear it, man. I tell all new traders the same thing. DJI. The music isn't loud? Yeah, see, it's not DJI on Thinkorswim. It's not loud? There we go. Is that better? Can y'all hear me? I can get closer to the mic too. That might help. I'm just going to use the S&P 500, I guess, which is SPX. But yeah, the SPY is up, basically. You know. There's the SPY long-term chart. Alright, Steve. Yeah, so my advice to you, Steve. as a new trader, man, and I'm gonna pause the music just so you can listen to this, man. My advice to you, Steve, as a new trader, is number one. You said you got a new account on Robinhood. You just started. You got over $2,000 in it. Okay. Number one, you are almost certainly gonna lose all of that plus more. That's the first thing. You're almost certainly gonna lose all of that money, and so do not be super attached to it. I'm not trying to be a downer. I'm not trying to be a buzzkill. But number one, if you're a brand new trader, you're almost certainly going to lose that money. Okay? It doesn't matter what broker you choose. It doesn't matter what platform you choose. You're still probably going to lose that. And you want to have the right expectation towards that. You got to understand you're probably going to lose that money. Most new traders are going to lose their first few accounts, really. And trading is something, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. I know that might have been advertised to you. It's something that takes, on average, a few years to learn how to do it successfully. And so if you're not ready to put a few years into learning it, you might want to save your money, brother. Number three, I guess, is that when you do trade that account, trade small. Buy small share size. Do not trade big. If you trade big, the account will go quicker. You trade small. You try to extend that account out as long as you can. Get used to the emotions of trading, because there will be emotions, and build rules around those emotions. Number four, learn to calculate risk reward. And just find your niche, find your personality and strategy in trading. But yeah, especially the first three, you are almost certainly going to lose that account. You need to trade small. Don't be too attached to that account, and be prepared to spend on average at least a year. Usually it's more, to actually be successful at day trading. I don't care what a guru tells you. I don't care if a guru says, "Oh, well, my students made $1 billion last month." I don't care. It's for most people, it's going to take years. And then even still, it's not guaranteed. I might be a buzzkill. That's what new traders need to hear. Yeah, I mean, and listen, good luck to you, brother. I wish you the best, man. I wish you the best, Steve. Seriously, I really do. I hope you do well. I try to be honest with new traders, because most people aren't. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to hate on you. Good luck, man. I hope you do well. But I think that most people aren't honest with new traders, and that's the honest truth. And of course, you're gonna have people that say, "Oh, well, I paid for so and so's course, and now I'm a millionaire." Or I turned $500 into $200,000 in a week, or whatever they want to say, right? But that's the truth. All right, now I'm putting some music back on. Nice, Steve. Hey, well, welcome, brother. You're welcome here, man. Welcome, bro. Oh, also, Steve, like I said, this channel, man, and to everybody else, we're just a free resource and community. We don't charge for anything. Yeah, we post referral links for our platform and trade ideas. So we post affiliate links for those. But we don't charge for any of our own content, and we've got a lot of good free content on YouTube. We've got free day trading classes and courses trying to help new traders. And so go check those out if you want to. Yeah, just go to our videos, and we have different playlists. One of the playlists is called Free Day Trading Class, and it's on helping new traders in day trading. Yeah, and that's why I think too many new traders get involved with it, and they start to go to the, I'm going to pay my mortgage next month, and then I'm going to prove everybody wrong, and I'm going to turn $1,000 into $100,000, and everybody's going to be like, "Wow, you're so smart, John. You did it." And I'm going to gloat about it and be super happy. But the reality is you're probably going to lose that money. You're going to confirm what everybody was believing, which was that you're gambling and all that stuff, man. So just be prepared for it. I think every trader has that fantasy, man. But in the end, you got to be real sometimes, Alright. Let's look up the news, guys. Let's look up the news. The market may be a little bit dull today. Remember, it's Thanksgiving, and so the market may be a little bit dull. The volume might not be, there might not be a ton of volume today in the market, and so we'll see what we get. It's not too bad. I mean, so far in pre-market, it's not looking that bad. All right, first things first, we're gonna look up AVX. I'm gonna turn the music volume a little down a little bit. It's kind of loud. This will also help Mitch get in here if he needs to. Alright guys, let me know how that works, how the sound works right there. I tried to mix it in a little bit with the music. Just let me know how that works. Should be a little bit louder, but you should be able to hear me a little bit better as well, so let me know. Alright, now, back to the news. So the first one I'm looking up is AVX. You can see AVX gapping up solid here from 1504 all the way up to 2032. So a pretty big percentage gap up. It's 25%. So a 25% move here. Really, it's larger than that actually. So if you're counting the percentage, you know, this thing just moved up 33% actually, because it would be 1/3. It moved up $5. It's a $15 stock. That would be 1/3 of the entire stock's price, and so that would be 33% roughly. And so a 33% move for AVX. We'll see what happens there. We'll see what we get. Could get interesting. Let me look up the news on this one today. This one is up after it had an acquisition offer from Kyocera. AVX, which makes sensors, and this is from MT Newswires, and I'm quoting here, so it says, quote, AVX, which makes sensors, connectors, and other electronic components, on Wednesday received a proposal from Kyocera to acquire all of the outstanding common shares in AVX that it does not already own for $19.50 per share. They jumped more than 35% in pre-market trading, so, you know, I guess my number was pretty close. The proposal represents 29.7% premium over Tuesday's closing price, and they said in a statement, Kyocera, a Japanese maker of industrial and consumer products, including power tools and LCD panels, currently owns about 72% of AVX's outstanding common shares. If the transaction is completed, AVX would be wholly owned subsidiary of Kyocera. And so they're trying to take over the stock, and AVX is gapping up nicely to show it. So we'll see what happens with AVX. We're going to keep watching it. Like I said, if you guys have any other stocks specifically you want me to look at, let me know. We got FFHL. I seriously doubt this one's going to be tradable. I'll check it in a second, but I doubt this one's going to be tradable. This one is up after reporting third quarter earnings growth. Earnings came in at 15 cents per share, which is up from the 8 cents per share a year ago. Sales came in at 11.1 million, which is down from 12.649 million a year ago. So we'll see what happens. This penny stock, probably not tradable for me. We'll see though. We got BTI. I can check BTI out too, I guess. BTI is up after the company cut its guidance for the full-year sales growth. Alright, so guidance cut for BTI. We'll see what happens with this one. Gapping up very slightly. Not slightly, actually, but it's gapping up with low volume. It's actually the important thing about it. DOYU, gapping up. I don't know if I like that one. It's a little boring. BTI, I think I just went over that one. We can look at UA, which is Under Armour, gapping up some. Under Armour. So we have a few upgrades for Under Armour. So it was upgraded on the belief that the federal investigation will have a, quote, minimum outcome. And that's why Under Armour is up today. So we'll see what happens with it. Also looking at VEEV. And this one's up after it reported better than expected results for the third quarter. This was in after hours yesterday. This is all due to better subscription services. The business for subscription services, and that is prompting the producer, or that is prompting them to release fresh guidance for VEEV. So good results for VEEV. We'll see what happens with this one. We also have, what's the other one I was looking at? BMW. We look at BMW here, and then I'm going to look at Hewlett Packard as well. Alright, so this one was upgraded. price target was raised. And so it's kind of the same thing here. I don't see why the price target was raised though. But yeah, so far this is just a price target being raised. I guess they put out third quarter results yesterday. Yeah. And so they put out positive third quarter results yesterday. So that's what's happening for BMW. We also have Hewlett Packard here. Yeah, this one was also at his price target raised. I'm not seeing too much else. I'm just seeing a lot of price targets raised on some of these tech stocks. Trying to catch back up in the chat. Yeah, man, I mean, I try to make my advice real. Like, it happens. Like, trading is one of those things that it drags you in, right? You just want to do it. It drags you in. A lot of times, to be completely honest, if I'm being absolutely real about trading, it grabs you in because it gives you somewhat of a gambler's high. And everybody's going to say, oh, no, that's not why I did it. And it's like, yeah, it is. You know, at first, when you started trading, it looked exciting. Let's be real. It looked exciting. It looks fun. But in the end, you know, you're probably going to lose a lot of money at first. You know, and the ones that are successful are the ones that stick around, develop systems for it. But, you know, the odds are stacked against you. You know, don't mean to be a buzzkill. Just being real with people. And I think that's one of the reasons some certain channels dislike me, is because I'm just real about it. We got Baba that's up as well. Alibaba. We can look at this one as well. Let's see. Alright, so they completed the biggest stock offering so far this year, and that's why it's up. They had a secondary listing that was a vote of confidence in Hong Kong. So then, there's clashes between police and pro-democracy demonstrators. Yeah, so Alibaba's up on that. How long did it take you before I made a trade? About 3 weeks, maybe. Maybe. You know. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's different. David, if you can hear me, man, I see you in the Discord, but if you could hear me, I think everybody's a little bit different. I think the point of that was I think people get involved with trading because it's exciting. And, you know, it is exciting, you know, which is why if I'm scaling up in size, if I'm taking larger sizing than I generally do, when I get into a trade, man, my it's pumping, man, it's pounding. So it's exciting for sure. You know, as you mature as a trader, though, that excitement dulls down a little bit and you start to just look at the levels on the chart and you get used to it. I've been doing this every day for a few years now, and you just get used to it. You know, it's not something that really wears on you anymore. Now, there's always, you know, as traders, there's always good and bad weeks. You know, there's always good and bad days, and you're going to lose sometimes. But it's a process, you know. It's a system you got to build. So you would say more than 90% chance of success? I don't know, man. We'll see. I spent too much time in the casino, so I'm taking a new approach on things. I have about 7 different stocks, not many of each. When you say, do you mean a literal casino? Because listen, what I originally did before I started trading was I played poker. I'm a poker player. I love poker. Poker is one of my favorite games in the world. It was my first love, so to speak, and I played poker for a long time. Relatively successfully. Like, if you look at my shark scope, I usually play on global poker now, but it's a profitable shark scope. It's a profitable graph in poker. What's up, Jargus? What's up, bro? Yeah, so Hewlett Packard, let me see. Let me find the news. I mean, I don't really know what kind of trade you're talking about, Brent. I will say that as I've gotten better at trading, I sell into strength. You know, I don't want to wait until weakness and then sell. I try to sell it into strength, especially with like momentum style plays. Like, I'm trying to ride those things up and get out whenever they're still strong, so I don't get caught in a big downturn. Yeah, and that's possible. I mean, trading is, yeah. I mean, somebody said trading is a form of gambling, just like investing is a form of gambling as well. Some just have better odds, I guess, you know. In the end, trading's based off of probabilities, and so it's kind of like card counting, I guess, in that way, but it's all based off of probabilities. You know, you back test, you find strategies that work. You know, they give you positive probabilities in your favor that if you continue to trade those strategies, on average, you should be up in a probabilistic way. And that's really what trading is you're just using, you know, probabilities. You're calculating the best probability for you, and you're taking those instances and you're ignoring the worst probabilities, the bad probability patterns, if that makes sense. And so in that way, I guess you could consider it gambling, but, you know, it's more so like having even odds on a favorite in like sports betting, I guess is the best way I can think of it. I mean, there's a few that are available in the U.S. I can't really, I'm not going to go into them just because liability reasons. I don't want to promote, I'm not going to promote gambling on the stream. I play poker, though. I like poker. I'm not going to promote the actual sites or really talk about the actual sites. A good trader has at least a 60% chance of being correct using technical analysis. Yeah. So here's the thing, right? Look at Home Depot. Home Depot is actually up here as well, and we'll go ahead and look up the overall market news in a minute. But so I talked about it a few weeks ago in one of my videos. But some traders are going to have a higher accuracy rate. It all depends on the system and the strategy. Some traders are going to have a really high accuracy rate, and when I say really high, I just mean like 60% plus. And then they're going to have maybe a little bit worse risk reward that they're sacrificing to have better accuracy. And then some traders are going to have, a little bit worse accuracy, like 40-50%. But they're still going to be profitable because the trades they're getting into are going to have really good risk reward attached to them. And so both of those guys are correct. Neither of those are wrong. It just depends on your strategy and your niche. Scalping is typically a very high accuracy strategy, but you usually have a little bit worse risk reward, and so it's all about managing those two, and some people are right in the middle. But point is that you don't necessarily have to have a really high accuracy rate to succeed in trading, and you don't necessarily have to have a good risk reward to succeed in trading, but they do balance off of each other. And so on average, if you have a better accuracy rate, your risk reward is going to be a little bit worse. Alright, but yeah, so HD, we could look up this. Alright, so they're basically a lot of people are reporting unusually high options activity in a few different things. Analog Devices Incorporated, which is ADI. You know, there's also QCOM, 14,000 contracts bought of QCOM. And so it's up. Lowe's, April 25 calls in Lowe's. A lot of options activity there. We got HD. Yeah. So we got some option activity. Let's go ahead and look up the overall market news, team. Let me go ahead and look up the overall market news. So as you can see, the SPY was up. It's actually since dropped a little bit here. Let me type this in and give you guys the ETF preview for today. So basically, this is from MT Newswires, and it says, quote, U.S. stocks futures were pointing to a positive open after U.S. President Donald Trump said trade negotiators from both sides, the U.S. and China, were in the, quote, final throes of the interim deal, and added he is holding up the agreement to give the U.S. a better share from the deal. The economic calendar will be busy Wednesday ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday on Thursday when the markets are closed. The durable goods order, the weekly jobless claims report, the corporate profits bulletin, and the second estimate of the quarter 3 GDP will all be out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. The Chicago PMI follows at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. So these were out an hour ago, I guess. And yeah, so that's basically what's going on. Market was up some to show it. As for the commodities today, we do have HPQ, which released fresh guidance yesterday. So we can look at HPQ real quick and see that it released fresh guidance. And it's gapping up to show it. And it also published better than expected results for the fourth quarter, which saw, and this is all from the same thing, and it says, quote, they published better than expected results from the fourth quarter. Sorry, I had to fix that. For the fourth quarter, which saw single-digit sales growth from the company's personal systems segment offset a decline in printing revenue. The Palo Alto, California-based computer manufacturer is expecting quarter 1 and fiscal year 2020 adjusted EPS in the line with street expectations, and its quarter 4 results were ahead of the analyst estimates for HPQ. But yeah, overall the market itself is up, looking solid here. I'll look up another catalyst for the market as well. But crude oil is up 0.2%. The U.S. oil fund is up 0.3%. Natural gas is up 0.8%, and the U.S. natural gas fund is up 0.3%. Gold is down 0.1%, with the Spider Gold Trust down 0.3%, and the silver is down 0.3% as well. And so those are the commodities here. I'll look up one more news thing here. Hold on one second. Let me find it. See if I can find it. Alright, and so here's the morning call as well, and it just says Wall Street, and this is quote, and this is from, I don't know who this is from, I guess this is from Thinkorswim, but it says, quote, Wall Street could edge further into record highs after President Donald Trump signaled signs of progress in talks with China. Dell basically cut its full-year forecast. Xerox says it's planning to take its buyout bid directly to HP shareholders, and economic risk events to look out for include U.S. third quarter revision durable goods data. All right, so yeah, that's the market today, guys. We'll see what happens. Should be a fun day. Let me check back up in the chat. I haven't seen you guys in a second. What's up, team? What's up, guys? Yeah, you know better than that, Antonio, man. You post somebody else's content without asking, bro, you're getting banned. No question. But yeah, that's the market today. We'll see what happens. Should be fun. Up to 314. Let's see what the lifetime highs in the overall market is. So we actually broke the lifetime highs, apparently. So the previous lifetime high was at 314.28. We are up to 314.75. So we actually broke lifetime highs overnight last night. And, you know, we reached 315.13, which is a pretty big level. STMP, stamps.com. I think we got Mitch in here too. Uber. Lyft. Here, let me get Mitch in here. But yeah, what is everybody else looking at, team? I know we had a few penny stocks that were moving as well. Yo, what's up, man? Alright. Hey, my son needs to do like an asthma treatment. It's kind of loud, so I'm going to leave Mitch here to talk about what he's looking at, and then I'm going to go, because it's going to be kind of loud on my end. So I'm going to mute myself and leave Mitch up here to talk about what he's looking at. Yeah, because he usually does that anyway, so there you go.
Alright, I got you guys. Just give me a second here, set it up.
Alright. Yeah, there's Mitch. We got him set up here, I think. There we go. Let me know if you guys can hear him well. Let me make sure. Let me turn the music down, too.
What's going on, traders? How we doing? Good morning. Good morning. All right. All right. Let me leave this one at the bottom. Gotta look at some more ratings. All right, traders, let's get into this. Only thing I need to look at one more time is some ratings, see if I missed anything, but I don't think I did, but I got it right here, so we're good.
Hold on one second.
Oh, there we go.
One second. All right, you're good. Go ahead. My bad. I wanted to check something. All right, guys. I'll be back. My son's taking a breathing treatment, so I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
All right, guys. What's going on, guys? How we doing today? How we doing, traders? What program am I using? I'm using TC2000 for charting, and we're using TEFS, which is through TradeNet, as the execution platform. All right, good morning, everybody. How we doing? We're gonna go ahead and run through some of the news here. Let me go ahead and see who we got up in here in the chat. We got Steve, Brett, Dom in the house, Jacob, Glenn, Ryan. We got Nick in the house, AMDZ, SPLC 2015, Mr. Respect, Steven, Andrew, Mateo, Jeffrey, Scott in the house. Like always, Jeffrey's hanging out. Yeah, Richard, Joe, what's going on, traders? How we doing? Good morning, everybody. Let's go ahead and let's jump into here. All right, first one I got on today is going to be GES. This is GES. This is a retailer stock, guys. We can look on the daily chart. The stock was actually pushing up on some trend line here. We can actually draw kind of more of a trend line from this May time. We can draw it down, kind of heading towards this direction, looking to break back above this resistance But of course, guys, it was moving up there on the daily chart, but as soon as it got closer, it kind of failed. We got the earnings to come out. Reported upbeat earnings for third quarter, while sales missed estimates. Guest shares dropped 4.7% to 18.19 in after-hours trading session. So we're gonna keep an eye on this one, guys. This one first dropped. The first drop was into this level. You're looking at a low here, 1793s. I think that's what you need to see break again, that $18 with big share size. I think we can get a pop up towards the 1850s, and then this stock really start coming back down closer towards the 1750 mark. So I'm gonna be watching for this one to pop up to resistance. I can see over here in this level, we have some resistance. We can look over here and draw from these prior levels, these prior highs here, use those highs at levels that we got here, looking for a bounce towards that 850 for it to come up and fade away. All right, guys, moving up a little bit further. If you guys want me to stop on any stock, please let me know. I'll go ahead and I'll stop and I'll talk a little bit further. If not, I'm going to keep rolling through here. Let's go ahead into the next stock here. I can talk a little bit more about Dell. So we're going to go first to Deere. Deere is a construction company, farm and construction equipment. This one getting hit, reported third quarter earnings of 2.14 per share, which met analysis consensus estimate. This is a 6.9, pretty much a 7% decrease over the earnings of 2.3 per share for the same period of last year. So if we look on the daily chart, guys, so we're talking about the same period of last year. We can look at November of last year, and we can see that the pricing was at the 140s and 150s. So if we decreased in earnings $2.30 per share, and we were at a lower pricing, and now we're getting that lower pricing, I think we should be heading towards those levels in November of last year. So heading towards this 160, that's what I'm going to be looking for it to crack today. I'm going to be looking for 170s to hold in this one. If 170s hold, I think this one can crack right back down and get below the low of 167.48 here. I do see a support right here at 169. I want to see this one kind of move up here, then fail to hold and get back below 170. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move up. What's John Deere's ticker? I like it. That DE life. That John Deere.
For a second, I thought you were saying I was the goat, but then I realized it was a deer, and I was like, oh, maybe he used a deer by mistake.
Yeah, John the goat. John the goat.
That's what I was like. What's John the goat's symbol? And I was like, I don't have a symbol, man. I'm gonna mute myself. Right. My son's still doing his breathing treatment, so go ahead, Mitch. My bad.
No worries. Let's keep rolling through here. We got Dell here, guys. Dell taking a hit here. The really big thing with Dell, guys, if you look at their earnings report, it's not going to tell you everything, but let's go ahead and look into it. We got reported upbeat earnings for the third quarter, while sales missed views. The company also lowered its revenue guidance for the full year. Dell's shares tumbled to 4% to 51.10 in after-hours trading session. What I really kind of got into more in Dell was this story. I think the earnings is playing an effect, but there's always kind of what we call sometimes hidden stories behind the earnings report. A perfect example can be to get off of this stock, Twitter. Twitter at one point had good earnings, but Twitter is having problems with advertising right now, causing it to come down. So then we look at Dell. What's Dell's main product, main kind of service, guys? It's going to be right now their laptops and computers. And so what's actually going on with Dell is that they lowered their annual revenue forecast after a component shortage from their supplier in Intel. So this is a supply issue from Intel. And if you look in Intel, you're going to actually find more news about this. They actually apologized on their earnings report for the shortage that they're having. So thus, I'm looking for Dell and Intel to come down. That's INTC, INTC. So those are the two stocks I'm going to be looking to crack support today. For Intel, we have a support of 58.37. I would like to see that one crack 58. Start heading down towards this 58 level. Crack this 58.38 and head down towards 58. Then I can have a nice 30-cent bounce and look to short into that. Also for Dell, we'll be watching these kind of lows that it first made here. The first push here was right here, guys. It's 50-50. I want to see it get below that 50-50 for me to short this. Could expect a bounce up here to 51.81s. Sometimes we get a bounce to resistance before the stock wants to go ahead and fade out. So I'm looking at this area for it to bounce to and kind of hold between these levels. And once it breaks these levels, I can trade it. Dell's ticker is DELL. All right, let's go ahead and keep moving on here, guys. We're gonna look at Under Armour real quick. I know we got about 5 minutes to the bell, so I'm gonna keep running through this quickly. Under Armour definitely did get an upgrade here, guys. The reason why Under Armour got an upgrade is because belief that the federal investigation on Under Armour for kind of adjusting their inventory. They were said to have be selling kind of clothes ahead of time, pushing their inventories, kind of adjusting accounting numbers, kind of a trick in adjusting accounting numbers so that they look better for investors when they were coming out. That's really what took a hit here. We're going to go ahead and keep an eye on UA today. UA pushing up there to 17.24. As you can see, we have a gap up here to 18.28. So really, that's what I think you got to pay attention for. I know it should find some resistance somewhere in this area. We're going to look at 17.11s and 17.27 in that area to find some resistance, as we have two levels touching there, and we'll see if it can hold there and start pulling back towards the 1650s. That's what I'm going to be looking for. I think this one is one of those stories that is much more of a fluff piece than it is a positive news, but I think what's affecting UA really is the good earnings in DKS. Good earnings come out in Under Armour, and I think it'll be right back up here above this 17.27. But we're going to go ahead and see what's going to happen with Under Armour here as it's pushing up on that news. Let's go run through my ratings right quick. I'm going to look at AAXN. AAXN, this is one that got a neutral rating, a downgrade to neutral. They say this one's overextended. If you look on the daily chart, this stock is breaking out through that 75, 73 level. I'm going to be looking for it to pull back and hold that level as a resistance. So if we look at it now, we can look at the 5-minute chart. We can see that it's been trying to drive up. It's pulled back. It's been trying to drive up. It's pulled back big here underneath the support here. So I'm going to be looking for this support 75, 73 to hold. If it gets above 76, it'll look bullish. If it holds that level and comes right back down towards the 74, we can get a nice move down. We'll keep an eye on that one. DLTR, guys, is the Dollar Tree getting a downgrade. We're going to keep watching this one. This one mainly has tariff issues. Yesterday was trading at levels in between. We could look at these levels right here. These are the levels I would look at. 93.25 for it to crack on the downside and 97.42 on the upside. All right, guys, moving on here. Also, DKS upgrade. DKS with a nice upgrade. As we saw this one rip out yesterday. If you look on the hourly chart, you can get a possible pullback towards 45.57 today. That's what I would be looking for. A pullback towards this support on the hourly chart. Let's see if we get that pullback and then a breakout. We'll keep a watch on this one. This one already has extended itself a pretty good amount. If you look on the daily chart, you can see that extension. You see that huge extension bar that it did yesterday. I would look for about 50% retracement from that level and see what we can get from that level. So if we pull back about 50%, about 5% of that. So this move was a 8% move up. So I'd look for somewhere near that 4% pullback. And you can see 4% would be kind of near that 45.71 level. I always like to see about 50% pullbacks on extensions like these. Okay, keep moving on, guys. One of the biggest things that I feel that I need to improve on, guys, as trading execution gets better and as we move into the next year, is the first 30 minutes. I feel like I have a tendency of looking for stocks, and that's actually, I think, the incorrect thing to do. I think the first 30 minutes should only trade stocks that I have a plan for, or a set plan, and have created a theory or full trading plan pre-market or during the intra-market. But the main thing is these are stocks that I have a plan for, stocks that I've already done my research, stocks that I have kind of not only a technical aspect look, but also an understanding in the financials. All right, guys, there's the bell. Let's go ahead and let's do this, guys. Like always, guys, stick to your strategies, stick to your strengths. That's always going to do you better, and continue with the right risk and reward.
Yep.
Like always, traders, you guys got this.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's one of those days where it's like I would think the market would be a little dull and boring, but the SPY just broke highs overnight. And so in pre-market and extended hours, the SPY just broke highs. It's literally higher than it's ever been right now. And so with that, maybe we'll get some volatility. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping here.
All right, one that I'm watching, guys, also is CCXI. This stock's super extended.
Yeah, that one is tradable. Cool. I'll watch that one too. All right, so
dropping
the
already.
SPY is break even right now, really. Oh, sorry, team. I'm a little bit slow with these scanners. Let me pull up my stuff here. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, I did break under the $1,000 profit level. I'm at 936, but that's okay. Pullbacks happen.
Nice extension there on CCXI. We'll look for that one to bounce.
Hewlett Packard filling that gap already. It just filled the gap. Damn, already. Look at that. Look at Hewlett Packard just completely filled that gap. It's right where the previous closing price is, right here. Look at this. Complete gap fill. So interesting for sure. SPY's down as well. AMD's up slightly. Roku's up slightly but pulling back. CCXI is dropping some. Dell up slightly. If I miss Roku today, I'll quit trading. I mean, only trade it if it has a good setup, brother. You know.
All right, guys, looking to get in CCXI here. It's going to be a lower share size, 100 shares, as it keeps having a huge range here. Huge range. You have to pay attention here.
What, bud? Ask your mom, buddy. Ask your mom. I'm okay with that. If he wants to use it, that's okay. It's up to you, though. Sorry, my son's trying to get his video game. He only gets an hour of it a day, so he's trying to see if he can use his hour of his Nintendo Switch right now.
All right, looking to put an order out here at 30.20s. 30.20s on a bounce here will get me in.
Yeah, I don't mind that for CCXI. I like the fake out fade too. You could use that 30-30 level as a risk.
That's exactly what I have drawn out right now.
Yeah, man, it looks solid. This just to show you guys what Mitch and I are talking about. If you look at CCXI, you can see it pushed up. You can see it pushed up well above the VWAP and then got completely rejected and came all the way back down. And now if you do get into this one, you can use this level way up here as your risk. It's also
looking
over
to get
the
in
side.
here.
Look at that confirmation. There's the rip.
All right. Might get squeezed here. The key is to spread it out there. So gotta be careful here.
Yeah, I
Got
mean,
a good entry here, but just
yeah.
gotta be careful.
That's what I was gonna say. You got to end way up there, so your entry should be a little bit better, I think.
Just gotta set the risk at that high now, 30-40s. So risking about 20 cents. We need to see at least 40 cents on the profit side. Anything fills above here, above 40s, gotta be careful here.
I'm looking at HPQ here for like a small share size trade right now. Let me see. If I can get up to 13s on Hewlett Packard, I'll take a few shares just to short, just early though. It's still pretty early for me.
Hanging tight for right now.
Oh wait, you're in it. Let me throw you up.
Just gotta hang tight, guys.
There we go.
All right, that looks good here, guys. Any pop to 30-20s will hit an ad.
I missed Hewlett Packard.
There you go. It's looking good here, guys. Down there now to 92s on the bid. 80s. Gonna look to take 50 off here. Took 50 off there at 97, guys. Gonna keep the rest now.
Nice. Nice work.
There you go, guys. Now down to 65s there. We'll look to take 70s. 70s or 60s. These are down here at the lows, guys. Looking to take this share off, make the profit, look to add back at VWAP. Here's a crack into the 70s, and then I should be able to take some profit here. Got it.
Nice.
There you go, guys. Great trade there.
Yeah, I'm in Hewlett Packard, getting a little stubborn with it. I'm only in with 75 shares, so very small share size. And my plan, I guess, is to scale into like 100 shares as it bounces up here. But we'll see. Not the best entry. I think what happened with me now is I got a little bit stubborn. I missed the initial trade I wanted to on Hewlett Packard, and then I took the trade anyway, which I don't know how I feel about it. But nice trade, Mitch. Mitch had a killer trade, bro. Quick trade, easy trade, man. Nice work.
Good nail there.
Yep.
Not bad for 100 shares, guys.
Yeah, man.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, Leslie. Yeah, man. He's trying to cash that that hour of video game play in. He's like, hey, you know, what's up? What's up, Dad? Where's that hour of video game play in here? You know, let me get that Switch. All right, but yeah, I'm gonna add another 25 here, right around this 10 level. Full share size is 100 now. We're looking for a rejection. I'm just gonna use this 20 level as my risk. Very small trade for the most part. I might be able to add a little bit more to it. Like I said, I wanted to get in around the VWAP. I just got in way too early.
CCCXI just breaking down there, now down to 38s, 40s. We'll look for that one to come back to VWAP, and I will get short that, reshort that at 30-12s, 30-10s. Look to hold right above that high.
Yeah,
One that I'm watching is Momo. Momo, gonna see if it flips. Looking like a VWAP bounce play, but it did make a move here, guys. About 25 cents move up.
Alright, so I'm starting to scale into this one with a little bit bigger size. Like I said, I'm trying to take some bigger size today. I'm in with 150 shares. We're going to see if we can scale in a little bit more. Again, my risk level is very easy. It's up here at 2020 right here. And so that's my risk level. Breaks that, I'm jumping out. Pretty thing I'm worried about right now is my entry. My entry is about 2004. Might be able to add a little bit. Nope.
All right, guys, Dell jumped up there to the resistance 51.75 and then immediately rejected. That was the resistance I drew out pre-market. Gonna look to see if it can get back above VWAP and then reject again here. One stock that's building, guys, NTNX. NTNX now has a kind of a trend line there. It's trapping traders at 3350s. All right, guys, I guess CCCXI back up here almost to 30s. Wanted to tap above 30 so I can get an entry here and then can short it again.
Yeah, the only reason I'll say the pros and the cons of this trade, right? One of the cons is that I'm pretty close to that previous closing price that I don't really want to be. I don't really want to be around that previous closing price, but it looks like I am. Now that could be good or bad for me. If it breaks underneath there, then then it could hold as major resistance, but if it holds support there, it could just never break, which is kind of what we're seeing now. Like, this is the previous closing price, and HPQ is continuing to bounce off of it over and over again. And so naturally, we do want to see a breakdown underneath it, but I do have to be a little careful here, and I might revise my strategy because of this. We'll see. I'll give it a chance, but not really loving it.
All right, guys, looking for AAXN to come back to VWAP. That one dropped really big through the support. It got some volume at 73.50s. It got an ad on the short. So I'm looking for him to get a little pushed up towards 74s, and then I can risk off of 74.50s. CCXI really quickly rejected off that 30. The spread then never let me get in because the bid was at 29.80s. I can't jump in there 20 cents down.
Yeah, Under Armour. Some people are mentioning Under Armour today. It had a really good VWAP bounce this morning, first thing this morning. It's actually pulling back close to the VWAP now. So I am watching that one.
All right, looking for Dell to come back to 51, showing signs of weakness here at the low. If it can come back to 51, I'll look to short it. I think it's going to break down through the 50-50 right now.
AMD completely reversing here.
There you go. There goes Dell, breaking through the 50-50s.
Yeah, look at Dell get hammered here. This should be good for me, honestly, in this trade.
What you can look at is Intel also. This should affect Intel.
All right, so I got out half of my position there. I'm going to hold the rest, see if it breaks these lows.
Yep. Look at Intel.
Yeah, I'm
one more
short,
bounce.
Well, I'm short in HP, and so this is actually great for me for the
Yep.
sympathy.
Sympathy.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. I'll look for a bounce here to 29s or 28s. Can risk right above it at 58.38s.
AMD pulling back for a VWAP rejection possibly here as well, and I might add some to HPQ if it does move up here. I wanted to break the lows, but I've protected myself a little bit, and so I can kind of take a bigger swing now if I want to. Let me see. I'm going to add another 100 there. So I'm going to take my swing here again. I'm going to take a little bit more. I'm in 175 shares now, and I'm going to take 100 shares off if it continues in my direction. So that's what I'm trying for here. I built up a little bit of profit, so I'm okay. We just want to see the pullback down here now.
All right, guys, NTNX doing a red to green move on there. You can look at that one. Has a long-term chart there, 15 minutes. Keeps holding 33.05s.
Which one?
Based on the volume, today could be the day that it wants to break out. I think what you need to see is a VWAP bounce play here. You need to see it pull back towards VWAP here and shoot right back out with volume. There's some good amount of volume, 83,000 shares going through. First candle only had, the first green candle had 100,000 shares. So keeps pushing up on the volume here on the backside of the push. I would look for a pullback here and look for it to hold a 33.56. Momo pushing up there. VWAP bounce play in that one. I don't really like Momo because, you know, at the end of the day, Momo kind of faked me out yesterday, so I'm leaving that one alone right now.
Mr. Respect, don't even ask that, bro.
All right,
we're waiting for HP.
Dollar
We'll see if we
Tree,
can break down
Dollar
here.
Tree, beautiful fade today, man. Dollar Tree with a beauty. All right, looking at right now, I'm gonna probably get in here on INTC here, 27s. All right, there's 29 showing up. Don't want to see it get above 30 here.
NTNX. Yeah, NTNX just ripped up.
All right, get 27s here.
You win something?
Yep,
Alright, here, let me throw
just
you up.
shorted here.
You're probably better.
Just shorted INTC here, guys, at 27s, 58 27s. Don't want it really past 33s here. Gonna hold tight. Want a quick rejection here, right back down to the low of 58 13s. Looking for a quick rejection here, guys.
We're back with 01s. Oh, man, I almost shorted back into HPQ, which would have been great, I think.
Yeah, definitely DL Dollar Tree with a beautiful, beautiful fade.
CCXI is right up there to the VWAP too.
Ooh. Don't tell me those kinds of things, John.
Yeah, man, it's up there, bro. It's right there. I don't know if I'm gonna take it. It's just too big of a spread for me.
Yeah, I would have to take that one at $30.
Yeah,
So I don't mind it. Just needs to be at the right price.
right, for sure.
All right, guys, getting this move towards the low 20s. Don't want to see absorption. Want to see this fade down here towards that 58.14 here.
Dell just broke lows of the day. Oh, they
Yeah,
tried
that
to.
was. Ooh, one that I like is AAXN, but right off this 74 level. It's a big risk though, guys. Be careful with that one. It's a 50-cent risk.
AMD's up there too.
All right, guys, CCC XI getting near that level where I would be interested. Just gonna keep an eye on it. Want it to bounce up here to 30s. Put the ask up there to 30-20s, and then just completely swipe it off. Looks like we are getting some kinds of fades today, guys. So looks like the fade is in play today.
Yeah, I'm trying to, maybe I'm being stubborn here. I'm trying to hold Hewlett Packard to see if it breaks these lows. And I mean, it's consolidating in the bottom half of the range. And so we'll give it some time. I mean, it's not going to be a losing trade. I knew that. I've already scaled out of most of it. And so I'm just kind of hanging out right here. But I'm going to give it that time to see if it can break the low, see if I can hold it a little bit longer, and then really start looking for some other stuff.
All right, trying to give INTC a chance here to break through the 20s. Keeps trying, but it collects all the volume there.
Yeah, there's
There you go.
93s. 92s. So we get this low at the daybreak. I doubt it will, but we're gonna see. I'm also looking at Roku here. I don't mind a short here on Roku.
Choo. Look at that. Nice rejection off CCXI VWAP. The only thing is the spread doesn't help you there. So it's hard to get the fill out there, but it rejected VWAP every time.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. HPQ is like right at the lows. If it's gonna bounce, it's gonna bounce right here. I might trade a little bit of Roku. There's the low break. Let's see if it actually stays down here now, though.
All right, guys, gonna watch for a potential squeeze play. Squeeze play would be in Best Buy. It's down on the day, but just a little bit, about 1%. Just keep an eye on that one.
I was looking at Roku. It just rejected before I could take it. Beautiful fade though on it. Unfortunate.
All right, guys, not gonna let this pop above here, guys. Now keeps trying to get above the VWAP, but it rejects it. So now we don't want it to get above VWAP and collect some volume, because you're getting consolidation at VWAP. Consolidation at VWAP can mean both ways.
Missed the rejection on Roku. Beautiful rejection there, man. Almost took it, but just hesitated, I guess.
It happens.
Yeah. CGC looks to start forming a triangle here. I don't mind CCXI, just the spread's too worse.
Alright, good. This should see a rejection from here right now. Let's see if we get that underneath VWAP already. There's 2,600 shares there at 58.27. That might help me right there. That could have been a shorter jump in on there.
I'll be right back. Hold it down, brother.
No worries. Alright, guys. Above 32s and I'm out here. Need to reject right here off of the 32s. There you go. Rejected really fast there. All right, watching Dell come back to VWAP. CGC setting up for a flag play. Don't want to see this above 32s here, guys. Filling, I'm out. I'm just going to take the out there. Small loss there. INTC not coming down there. Going to step out there. Not going to fight it.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, I'm looking at NTNX. If it pulls back to the VWAP, I might take it. Like I said, I'm still holding HP here. I've already scaled out. I only got like 50 shares left, and so I'm just going to let that work and see what happens. Made about 25 bucks on it. So we'll see what we get. AMD rejected beautifully. Roku, perfect fade. Just missed it, unfortunately. And Dell still doesn't look bad. It's just about how well that low holds is the big question with Dell. CCXI doesn't look bad, except the spread's a little, and the spread's not that bad right now. But yeah, there goes Roku breakdown. Missed it, but it's alright. We'll have other chances. AMD rejected as well. Missed that one too, but I mean, I was in a trade already, so can't be too greedy.
Yep. And the best one today, DLTR.
Right, here's the break on HP. You said DLTR?
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Yeah, perfect fade, man. All right, so we are down to
Look at that.
87.
Hey, I got to take a laugh right here, guys. All right, so if you guys were with us pre-market, You guys remember what I talked about DKS? I talked a lot about it. I actually went into what I normally don't, which is actually show you the retracement level and how I look at retracement. I look for 50% retracement, right, guys? I said about a 4% move down, right? So I drew out what in pre-market 45.71 as the level that I could see the retracement coming to. You look at DKS, where does it come to, guys? Right there.
Which one? DKS. Yeah.
You can look at my chart, the line just drawn right there on the bottom.
Yeah, man.
And that's how it is, man. That's called 50% retracement.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm sitting there trying to manage this HPQ trade. It just rejected squeeze way back up, which means there is some buying pressure. I'll probably end up getting out here. Yeah, I mean, it just bounced immediately back up there. It broke the lows. It looked weak. And this is why I don't ever trade low of the day breaks and high of the day breaks. Is because this will happen a ton. Where it just squeezes down, immediately reverses after breaking the low of the day, and then goes right back up, trapping traders that are trying to trade those momentum breakouts or breakdowns. You know, the low of the day breaks, high of the day breaks. I think a lot of times new traders get kind of stuck in like that limbo where they're only trading high of the day breaks and low of the day breaks. But in my opinion, honestly, those strategies are some of the least effective strategies unless you have like a parabolic mover. Then it's different. But we'll see what we get here. Still waiting. Down to 89s. This should enable me to take a little bit larger swings later on in the day. There's 87s, 86. All right, well, there's the breakdown. 85s. We'll see if we can break this new low now. Continue falling down here for HP. Would be lovely if it did. GES, which is guess, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I heard you mention that one this morning.
Yeah, that one's moving back to the resistance. 1937.
There's 83s here for Hewlett Packard. 82s. We drop a few more cents. I'm just going to jump out of this thing. Looking pretty weak. We'll give it one more second and then jump out. I'm gonna get out there. Not a bad little $30 win for Hewlett Packard with just a few shares. We'll see. I'm gonna progressively size up as time goes on, but I'll take that. Also, we got CCXI, which might be pulling a fake out fade. That one looks interesting too. Roku faded beautifully there, unfortunately. And Chewy doesn't look that bad. Somebody mentioned Chewy. The only issue with Chewy is the spread and the volume. Volume's low, spread's big. CCXI is fading though.
Yep, I need to pop in that one to 29.90s. That way I'm going to take the trade and I can hold towards 30.13s.
All right, AMD pulling back.
Watching Best Buy here, guys.
Let me put on some music. Sorry, team. Dude, you got a Dell. Am I just too old for everybody here? Nobody remembers, dude. You got a Dell? Maybe I am.
All right, gonna look for Best Buy to break out here. If it doesn't, I'll take a short. Looks like a short squeeze, but if we get to rejection right above VWAP here, I think we can get right back down towards 80.50s or maybe 80.60s at the least. So watching that one right now definitely looks interesting.
I'm watching CCXI. The only issue is it's got to get up there, which it kind of is right now, and it's up there right now. And I could use nah, my risk is just too big. My risk is like 30 cents. Unless I take like 50 shares, my risk is just too big, and I'm trying to take bigger size today, so. Spread's too big, really.
All right, looking for a bounce.
SQ is up to the VWAP here. I like the 69 risk, so my risk is 20 cents for SQ. Yeah. Dude, you got a Dell. Yeah.
Yeah, SQ looking interesting.
There's the OG Dell commercials. Right now I'm looking at SQ, waiting for it to set up.
Yeah, I like it. It's interesting.
It's got to come down a little bit now. It's too high. Like ideally, I'd like to see it drop to like 68.70 and then pull back to 68.80, and I can short it, basing it off of that 68.90 top. But here it's just too high. It's too much. You know, it looks like it's gonna bounce off support. Roku pulling back might give me another chance. I don't know if I necessarily want to, but I might take a small position if it comes up enough. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna watch Alibaba today. I didn't end up watching it though. I don't really trade it though, so with like big stocks like this that have pretty big ranges, I just gotta get used to trading them. I gotta look at the history of the chart, see if I actually like it. I don't know if I do, you know.
All right, guys, want to see Square push up towards past 68.99 here. If it fails that and breaks VWAP on the way down, I'll get short on that. Looking around, trying to see if there's any other trade right now.
Roku bounced directly off of the previous closing price. People wonder why the previous closing price is so significant. Look at Roku here, and look at the previous closing price. Look at where this thing closed yesterday. It closed right here. Right around there. I don't know exactly where, but it's somewhere around here. And then look at exactly where the stock bounced. Zoom out, look at the bounce. Exactly off of that previous closing price. People wonder why it's so significant. It's because stocks, it has a lot of weight over a stock's movement. Because
all right, guys, watching CCXI here, guys. It's gonna probably push towards 30. Need to see a rejection there for me to get short.
Because it's essentially moving from red to green if it breaks below or above the previous close price. So we'll wait. I'm also looking at Chewy, but the volume looks light on that one. Dell is pulling back to the VWAP though. Spread and range a little bit big for Dell.
Alright, one that I'm looking to start crashing here is AAXN. AAXN just rejected off the highs of 75.34 twice. I can see a bounce there for a second there and then a quick rejection to 74. I'm gonna wait till it gets to 74 because I want to start seeing that bearish pattern, let it get underneath VWAP. All right, guys, talked about this attempt to break out through 69 here on Square. It keeps pushing up there to that 69 level. So let's see what happens on Square at that level.
All right, I'm short with 100 shares of Dell here. We're going to look for a quick flush underneath. The spread's not great for me necessarily, but I'm going to take profits fast if this one goes in my direction. I'm not going to, marry this one. I'm gonna take half off there. Big range stock, just scalping it really quick. See if we can take a little bit more off the bottom here. Don't mind necessarily like holding the rest break even or so. This thing can bounce up quick, so we're just gonna be prepared for that.
Alright, like CCXI here. See if I can get it in the 80s here. If I do get it in the 80s, the risk will be right above 30s.
At 35 level, it keeps bouncing directly to it. At this point, it's about whether I want to add my size back on Dell or I'm just getting out. Yeah, small break-even trade on Dell. Maybe I should have just jumped out of my full position. And it might still actually fade here, but I just wanted to take it as a conventional fade really quick and then jump out of it. And like I said, I don't mind. Maybe I should have held. I don't know. We'll see. Not a bad trade, not a great trade. Just a break-even trade after commission, so I'll be alright.
Alright, am I going to get one more bounce on CCXI here?
Yeah, there's the squeeze up on Dell, so maybe that exit was correct. I do like that rejection. And I could use a 75 level as my risk, so it's not necessarily bad. Ah, there's the rejection. Yeah, missed it again, but that's okay.
Alright guys, got to be careful here with CCXI. It's starting to slow down here, so got to be careful.
I do like the new confirmation that we got in that high on Dell, so if we get another bounce up there, I'm going to short it. We just need the bid to move up a little bit. The bid's really low. Ah, there's the move. Maybe got faked out a little bit.
Alright guys, instead of trying to jump into the trade here, gonna let the trade react, and then I'll look to try to nail it down after that movement here.
I don't know, man. I'm not going to give you advice, bro, if you're a minor. I don't even know if you should be here. The YouTube rules are kind of, strict with that type of stuff, man. So I'm not going to give you any advice, bro. I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable for any losses. Make your own assessment of the market. Trade responsibly.
Alright,
I jumped back in with 50 shares. I'm going to play around with Dow here.
Alright guys, looking at CCXI, looking to see if it's going to try to break out here. Keeps consolidating there. Might just get slammed here at 70s.
Yeah, no offense, man. Like I said, if you're a minor, I ain't talking to you, bro. I gotta protect myself. Alright, we got Roku moving up to the VWAP. I might short Roku if it does.
Alright, I think I just need to be patient here. Patience always rewards, guys.
Yes, sir.
Alright guys, starting to see that drop there towards the 55s. Let's see if it gets just scooped up here, and then we see a big squeeze in CCXI. This is why I didn't want to just jump in, because it could hold up right here and the squeeze could come instantly. Now pay attention to the time in sales. Looking to see where the big shares is going to come in.
right here.
CGC cracking there. CGC cracking on the downside there. Looking at Dell.
Yeah, I'm shorting Dell. We'll see. I mean, if it breaks here, it doesn't matter. Like, it's a small trade. Really, I'm just thinking about if it squeezes up to 60, what do I want to do here? Which is very possible right now. I think it might bounce up to 60.
Yeah, I like it.
I know that we break even if this trade goes against me, so I might take it and risk off of like 75 or 80. I think I will. So that's what I'm doing. I'm in with 100 shares now. I'm trying to trade a little bit larger. I'll risk off of like 78, 80 or so. Yeah, so we'll see. Ah, there goes Roku. Maybe I'll take a little bit on Roku too. Man, I've been watching Roku and I keep missing it, man. Every time I see it, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna jump into that, and I just never do. Usually I'm busy with other stuff, but Roku doesn't look terrible. But yeah, here's the squeeze. Like I said, I mean, I'm relatively protected in this trade. The only thing I really have to worry about is like a big squeeze up, if it does. We got a lot of resistance above here, and so if it breaks, it could get really bullish. Here's the 60 level, but still, I don't hate it, especially if it gets rejected here. Try to give myself a little bit better entry. I added another.
All right, guys. Starting to see that squeeze happen here, guys, in CCXI. Pushed up there to 95s. Showing a really strong candle there.
Alright, so my average is 42s now, I think. 43s. Ah, Roku did it again. Did it again, man. It did it again. Ugh. I keep doing it. I miss it. Oh well. I hope somebody took it. Roku looks solid there. Oh, were you in a trade, Mitch?
Nah, I'm not.
Yeah, man. Tell him, John. Yeah, talk to your parents, bro. That's my advice. Good advice, Netron. I ain't doing that. I ain't telling you advice, bro. You know. I mean, I'm an LLC, so I mean, I got limited liability anyway, but still, I ain't telling you advice. Yeah, Dell has interesting levels now. I mean, that's the interesting part, right? It's got all these very obvious levels, and kind of makes the trade easy on me. I mean, like I said, if this is a losing trade, that's okay. Like, everybody goes through slumps in trading, and maybe I'm in a slump right now. Who knows? Either way, I'm not going to stress myself out about it. My account's still well into the profit, and so whatever this Dell trade does, it's not really going to affect me too much. Still looking at Roku though. Now Roku, on the other hand, I'm kind of bummed out I missed it, but misses will happen too. And maybe I'll get it back up there if it moves up there. Remember guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We day trade live on stream every weekday morning for free on YouTube. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We go live every single weekday for free on YouTube, and we're not experts, we're not gurus. We just let you guys watch us trade for free, teaching you guys what we learn along the way, plus more. And so hit that subscribe button, team, click the bell, show your love for what we do here, and we appreciate you. Hit that subscribe button, guys.
All right, guys, watching box. I'm sorry, I was talking to myself for a good little minute there.
Oh, you're good, bro.
Box and CCXI for a squeeze.
Oh no,
So
we got some more. Dude, too many people trying to play the hero in chat, man. Too many of them, Mitch. There's too many of them, bro. They're everywhere, man. Everybody's saying,
There's a bunch
take my
of heroes,
picks,
man.
take my picks. You're not gonna take my picks. How dare you not take my picks? It's like, dude, I don't know any of you guys, man. Y'all go away.
Yeah, you know, one of the things is, guys, at the end of the day, you have to always remember that regardless of your opinion or regardless of your strategy, everything can go right or wrong.
Right.
So if there was a particular person that I would just be like, this guy can't be wrong,
Right.
then I'd be like, all right, yeah, I'll just listen to you, bro. Just keep
Right.
just keep them coming.
He's never wrong, you know. Like I said, too many people. And like I said, this is what generally happens, right? What'll generally happen, and half of these are probably Paul with his second account, to be honest, right? But what'll generally happen is they'll try to give out picks, and they'll try to gain a following off of my following by giving out picks, right? And then eventually along the way, they're gonna try to sell them. They're gonna try to say, hey, well, I can be your mentor for $500 a week, or like whatever they want to say, right? Like usually that's their plan all along. And
Right.
yeah, so it is
All
what
right,
it
guys,
is.
looking to see the volume get in here. I need to see big volume get in CCXI. If not, a rejection from this level could crack it down below that 2963.
Yeah, we're all a little crazy rich, you know. We're all a little crazy.
Always. Always have been, always will be. I tell my girlfriend every day. You know which one I kind of am looking at now, because it made the move that I wanted, was AAXN. Talked about this one hitting resistance at 75.34s multiple times. It rejected hard there. It said look for a move down to 74s, and for it to crack VWAP there. It made that move already down to 74. It's gonna look how it reacts there at VWAP.
Yep. Alright, so I finally got Roku when it bounced up. Let's see if it actually works this time. It's kind of a little bit riskier because it's putting in higher lows as it moves up, which makes it a little bit less, but it's a small size for this one.
Alright, guys, some volume getting in on the plus side there on CCXI. Gonna look to see if there's a pullback here, or volume getting in at 30. So that's what I need to see. I see that level 2. There's 23.17 at 30. Looking to see that get hit. I want to actually see a big size show up on the level 2 on the ass side. And if that shows up, what I'm looking for is it to get knocked down. So you see like 100, then you see 80, 60, 40, 30. That's when I'd jump in.
Alright, so I'm getting ready to start taking some bigger swings, team. So wish me luck. It's getting closer to my time of trade.
You got this, brother.
Yeah, man. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm trying to scale up. Like I said, I've got so much
Stick to
room
the
in this
trade.
account now. I've got like $13,000 in losses to take if it goes against me. So,
Stick to the trade. You got this, kid.
yeah, man. So we'll see what we get. Like I said, wish me luck, team. Break even day so far. Yeah, guys, and just to preface the rest of the stream with this understanding, I was supposed to make rules, and I'm just going to say this once and just try to be weary of this, guys. Okay, it's okay to give out picks. It's completely fine to give out picks. But if you get mad at somebody for not taking your picks as a stranger on the internet, you're going to get banned. Because that is just an absolutely ridiculous, like, expectation. You know what I mean? And so you can give out picks, that's fine. If you start to get mad at people for not taking your picks, then you got to go. Alright, so we are getting a nice little drop here with my 20 shares of...
Alright, guys, watch CCXI now. It just rejected 30 to break out there, guys. So this is the second touch of VWAP. Has a micro pattern here. This is the micro pattern. Micro pattern on CCXI is that breakout through the VWAP, above VWAP, now holding VWAP. 2 touches are going to come to VWAP here. And let's see if the shorters step in there, knock it down. Support is at 29.63. Saw 2,000 shares step up there at 69 and 76.
All right, so we did get the beautiful fade on Roku.
This is one that I'm just going to start watching more on a 5-minute chart. Be careful with CCXI, guys. I'm really trying to measure that one, but not trying to get overextended any which way.
Eva has a good question. This is a great question. She says, or is it a he or she? Whichever one it is. They say, can I sell my crystal balls in chat? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, you got to give us a cut, but yeah, absolutely. You know. Sorry, I got to laugh a little bit, lighten the mood. Pure sarcasm, guys. I'm not going to start selling crystal balls. VEEV. Yeah, this song's cool, right? This song is called I Don't Wanna Wait by Spring Gang. VEV's got to pull back a little bit more to the VWAP. I mean, it's down there, but it's got a huge range, and it's got to pull all the way back to the VWAP, which is at 156s. And so, you know, I'm not taking that one right now. I know, Joe, and you are absolutely right about that, Joe. But the thing is, and me and Mitch are actually very vocal about this, we are not giving picks here. We are not giving picks. I don't want anybody to follow me into a day trade, man. You know what I mean? Like, I am not a guru. I don't want people to copy my trades. I don't want to give out hot stock picks. That's not what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those guys. I think that is one of the worst sectors of trading, because I think traders need to be independent without following somebody's picks. You know, and I think they got to learn how to do it themselves. If they're dependent on somebody because of their picks, they're not independent, and it's just it's a sleazy sector of sales and trading. All right, but we are getting a drop in Roku. Not bad for a little 20 share trade, you know. I'll give it a chance though. It's getting a little stubborn here at 165. Sometimes I trade options, not as often as I trade stocks, but sometimes. You win something, Mitch? AMD's up there too. I might take AMD with like a small share size. Let me see. Or no, I gotta trade big, right? It's time to trade bigger. I don't mind AMD here. What's bigger, like 200 shares, and then I can add a little bit more on AMD. moves up there.
All right, guys, we're getting towards that time where I've created new rules for myself. Okay, so I talked about this pre-market, guys, that I want to trade stocks that I have a plan for in the first 30 minutes of the day. And then from that point on, I want to start looking for stocks that only have the biggest move. Because why? Because I'm looking for volatility to measure out here and try to get that right risk to return. A lot of traders, I feel, are taking trades in this hour and they're not really taking the biggest mover. They're taking the one that they feel they can measure the range, and usually what's happening with that one is that it's stuck in a chop session. It's stuck in a tight range and you usually get chopped out. But when you go for stocks that are making big moves usually give you an ability to measure a pattern and give you an ability to really kind of get what you're looking for, which is volatility. So with that, I've created new rules and just want to make sure that I'm trading stocks that are trading on big time moves. We're not talking about less than 1% down. That's not what I want to trade. I want to trade stocks if they're bigger than 50. I want to see stocks that are down more than 2.5% or more than up higher than 2.5%. If it's lower than $50, I want to see 5% moves. So I want to see those big time moves so that I can capture the big time move also. All right, guys, CCXI is definitely trying to trap traders. I'm waiting on that one and being extra patient. 60s, definitely the support here. Came down right to it, held there. Let's see what happens, see what kind of share size can get right back in this. The share size has calmed down. The volume has calmed down, but you need to see what's going to happen here if we're going to get squeezed through 30. A stock that pushed out and kind of can pull back maybe here to the VWAP and push out again. AMRN.
AMD squeezing me out. I tried to, like I said, I scaled into 400 shares. I'm going to give it a little bit more time. Very close to my risk. If it breaks that high up there at 60, I just got to jump out. But we'll give it some time. You know, it's still pretty small day, all things considered. But this is my biggest trade of the day. I'm in with 400 shares. Trying to scale up a little bit, in all honesty. So, wish me luck, guys. Yeah, Joe. I mean, bro. There's lots of different ways to trade, man. Like I said, I'm not saying everybody has to trade like me. I don't necessarily want people to trade like me. I don't want people to copy my trades. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want them to do any of that. There's lots of different ways to trade, and different styles of trading works well with different types of people. You know, some people might fail with my strategies that I do well with, and some people might do well with strategies I fail at, and that's okay because everybody's got a little bit different of a personality, and you know, that's why expecting people to just go to your strategy, even though everybody has like a different personality themselves, is not a reasonable expectation. You know, you gotta be your own trader, and it is what it is. I mean, and that's some good advice for new traders. Is just take your time. You know, find your style. You know, in trading, find your style, and you know, your style might be scalping, it might be swing trading, it might be investing, it might be long-term day trading. You know, find your style because everybody's got a little bit different of a style.
Agreed.
Yeah, don't stress it, Doris. Like I said, just biggest rule is just don't get mad at somebody if they don't take your picks. Biggest rule. You know, if they don't take your picks, it's not fair to get mad at them. And that's just a new rule we have here because lately I've seen a lot of heroes in chat and, you know, getting mad at me if I don't take their stock picks. And that's just like a ridiculous assumption. got these blue blocking glasses. Check them out, team. Still holding Roku. I mean, Roku is squeezing up more than I necessarily wanted it to, but it's also at a position where I could add to it if I want. Take a little bit larger sizing. I think I just scaled in with AMD, and like I said, I'm trying to take bigger sizing today, and so yeah, I'm down $30 in it, but you know, it's all it's all getting used to. I might trade bad as I start to move up in size a little bit more, but that's okay too. You know, it's just going to be a process of getting used to the big size, and then, you know, implementing it more and more. Dow eventually broke out, so I'm glad I got out of that one when I did. I think the exit was right. AMD is kind of consolidating above the VWAP. I'd really like to see it underneath the VWAP though, and I'm just going to base my risk off of this level up here. Here we go. As soon as I say that, it drops below the VWAP. Let's see if it holds now. This $0.5 level can be significant right here as well.
Alright guys, liking CCCI to break out from here. Want to see a pullback towards 80. I'm going to take a shot on this one if it pulls back to 80 here.
Alright, so I love the rejection right now on AMD. Beautiful rejection. Got pushed below the VWAP. Like I said, we're going to see it bounce up to 39.50 and then hopefully reject there. What I don't want to see is I don't want to see it move all the way back up before this candle closes. That would be unfortunate. There we go. Let me just fix this. AMD is this top one here. And Roku can be this bottom one here, which my Roku trade is actually being very profitable. Get out the rest here on Roku. Make that money back. Alright. Now we're still in AMD. $0.5. See if it gets rejected here. This is typically a fake out fade, but if it starts to squeeze up, I do have to be wary of that as well. Like I said, taking my bigger swing here, taking my larger sizing. So we'll see how this goes.
Got this, John?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, regardless of whether it goes against me or for me, I might be down like $40 on the day, and this looks like a fake out fade. I could add more, but I think I'm just going to take it slow and not add more. I'm in with 400 shares. AMD's a little bit volatile today, so we'll give it a chance. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, man, and, you know, no stress either way.
Exactly.
Like I said, one of the benefits of, you know, it's been an incredible few months here, and one of the benefits of that is that it genuinely helps with your, like, my emotions. Like, you know, if I lose today, even though this would be my third losing day in a row, I know the last few weeks have been great. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. I can't expect to always be green. Sometimes there's going to be just some negative variance in my way. Sometimes there's going to be some rough patches in trading, and that's part of it. You know, if you think you got to be green every single day or every week, then you probably don't understand trading. You're a little bit naive about it. And so with that, just be calm, guys. You know, just hang out. If it goes against you, if it's a bad day, there's always another day the next. So. They absolutely help with eye strain. Absolutely do. Yeah, no stress. I didn't say you were mad, Doors, so no stress, brother. You know, I wish you the best of luck, man. Good luck. Just remember, take it slow when you get started. It's very difficult, you know.
One share, man. One share. That's what I would say. Look at my video.
Yeah.
I can't say it enough, guys. If I'd start over, I'd definitely start only with one share. Until you get it in your head how you want to trade, don't try to trade big. It's as simple as that. Until you understand exactly how you want to trade, do not waste your money.
Right. You got to find your personality, your niche, you know.
There's so much you need to work at.
Yep.
And that's what I think, if I could go back, I would change. There's so much that I would just be like, all right, well, you know, I don't want to overextend myself. I need to be smart, work at it, you know, and those are the kind of things that get you there.
Alright guys, so while we got a split second, I'm going to try to manage this trade at the same time. If anybody's interested in using our platform, I'll post this link here. They do have their Black Friday sale going on, and so for the time being, you can get the base package on TradeNet, which is the platform we use, for $335, and that is ridiculously cheap. Basically, it operates like it's an educational package, technically. And then some people are approved for the funded account. I think most people are approved for the funded account. And once you are approved, it comes with 14,000 in buying power to day trade with. No PDT rules, so you can day trade and short stocks as much as you want. And again, I think it's just a much cheaper option. The educational package itself comes with a day trading course, access to their chat room, and a demo account to trade with. And so considering all of this, you know, it's just much cheaper. Like I said, new traders, a lot of the time they end up depositing thousands into a conventional platform and then losing that. You know, they deposit thousands and then almost all new traders are going to lose their first account. This is just a much cheaper way to do it. You can spend less than $400 day trades, short stocks. Most new traders can't short either because you need a margin account. And so in my opinion, it's just a much cheaper way to get started, especially during this sale, because the sale's only lasting for a few more days. And again, it's usually $400 to $500. Now it's $335, so it's ridiculously cheap. Of course, we're biased in that regard, and so, you know, we do make a commission if you sign up through us, and so we're going to be biased for them. But, yeah, here's the link if you want to check them out. Great way to help support us here as well. I think I posted it. But yeah.
Alright guys, keeping a close eye on CCXI here and also AAXN.
But yeah, the blue glasses, as somebody that works in front of his computer as a programmer, YouTuber, trader, blue glasses certainly help. The blue blocking glasses certainly help. Yeah, no stress, Doris. Happy to have you here, brother.
Alright guys, liking CCXI here. Keeps trying to break out long.
Yeah, and like I said, guys, you said you're in something, Mitch?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Setting up. Just trying to call it out and trying to show you guys that I'm not necessarily bullish or bearish on CCXI. I'm trying to let the chart determine it.
Alright, so finally we get a drop here. I'm taking bigger size, so I like the drop, obviously. I'm going to take half off here, take a little bit of profit, bank a little bit, put some money in the bank, and then I'm just going to let this last 200 shares roll. Maybe add to it if it bounces back to 39.50 here. We'll see. But there's the fade. Stayed patient with it. Used a good risk level, and I'm going to hold these last 200 shares.
I wish you guys can see my hand on the trigger here on AAXN. Had my hand literally holding the short button right now. Was about to hit it. It was at 74 tenths.
Yeah, buddy. Okay, I can't help you with the boss fight right now, bud. You gotta let me finish work. Just save it, and I'll help you beat the boss in a second, okay?
Man, slight hesitation there. I think I might just call it. It was a good chance there. AAXN had my finger on the short, just didn't hit the button.
Don't stress it, brother. So
yeah,
so
I had it held, but it just dropped 20 cents right there.
Yeah, it happened with Roku earlier, wasn't it, man? I was gonna aggravate it too. But no, so yeah, you have a certain amount of time to make a certain amount of money. I think with the intro package, I can't remember what it is, but it's best to reach out to them and ask them for sure, to be safe. Just because, you know, I don't work for them, and so I don't really know that. And so best thing to do is reach out to them and ask them. But yeah, I think they give you like a year, which is plenty of time. And to be honest, especially with the base package, I don't think I think most people are just going to lose that in a year, to be honest, to be fair as well. All right, so we are getting a nice drop in AMD. Let me see what. I'm gonna take half off there. So I'm only holding 100 shares. I've slowly scaled out of AMD. Beautiful fade here. Got myself right about right about where I was before. Still kind of a break-even day, but not a bad sheer size trade. Scaling up some, and so that's working out really well. We're going to give it some time, see if we can break lows here maybe. No, I don't think you're considered a I think you're considered a private contractor, KQ. Like I said, these type of questions especially, though, I am not 100% sure, and these, you know, these questions are a little bit too liability ridden for me to want to answer. So best thing to do is reach out to them and ask them. Alright, I'm gonna let this be my risk level now, 39.40. If it breaks above that, I just jump it out. I'm out. So, not bad.
Yep, I think that might do it for me. I can already feel my mental capital slipping right there. I had it really good, was dialed in there, guys. A good trade idea on AAXN. The idea was there, the move was there, everything was there to take the trade. Don't know why I hesitated there. And should have definitely taken the trade there at 73.10s, risk off of 73.30s. A $20 risk here for a potential move easily down to 73 and
I can't
down
do the boss fight, buddy. I'm working.
2-point move.
This is my life, guys. My son wants me to help him beat bosses at Mario, and I can't lie. No, do not come on me. I can't help you right now, buddy. You gotta pause that and let me finish. Okay, you beat it.
Then when you're finished, if I keep losing,
If you keep losing, yes, I'll help you after that. That's right. All right. Now that that's settled, that important business matter. Hang in there, Mitch. Like I said, maybe take a 5-minute break, come back. You know, you might have kind of calm down a little bit. I know I was frustrated yesterday, mostly because I got harassed all weekend. But you know,
I think I'm gonna call it quits. It's just one of the things that is very important in trading. I think it's vital. You make plans, you assess them, you take the risk and reward, and when the trade presents itself, if you think you're doing the wrong move,
yep,
that's what happened there.
100%.
There's no need to think. I already did all the thinking.
Yeah.
And that's what I get upset about, and then it just starts, it's a tumble. So I'm done, guys. That's it for me today, guys. You guys have a good one.
Okay, no stress, brother. Later, bro.
All right, guys, definitely before I get out of here, guys, check out our Trade Ideas scanners, guys. These are scanners that actually Trade Ideas lets us put up for free. You know, there's not many scanners and alert systems out there that are even letting us do this. So for them to be able to do this, they're trying to show you how good they really are. How good they really are is that they're as good as milliseconds. Some of these alerts can be as quick as milliseconds. We have a high day momentum scanner for penny stocks and stocks that are breaking high of the days. These can move as quickly as milliseconds, sometimes a dollar move. So if you want to go ahead and check out the quickest alerts in the industry right now, at least I feel it's going to be with Trade Ideas. Definitely check them out.
Yep, there's the link in the chat. You can use promo code BT15 at checkout and get 15% off. Outlaw says you shouldn't promote a product if you don't know all the specifics. And like I said, you're literally mad at me for not answering liability-ridden tax questions that I have no place answering. You know, so again, you're mad at me for not answering tax questions. I think anybody is going to refer you to them if they have a question about taxes. And so the fact that you jumped on that shows how desperate you are to criticize, man. I feel bad for you, bro. I'm sorry, I just do. Hanging out in the chat, never saying anything, and then as soon as you try to see a little opportunity to criticize, you're jumping on it for that.
No stress. It happens. It's going to be
You're out of
plenty
here.
more.
Yeah, I'm just going to ban them and move on.
There's plenty more, guys.
All right, so we'll see what we get with AMD. I got out of that one already.
All right, later, guys. Take
Later,
it easy.
brother. We also got Dell pulling back to the VWAP. I might jump on that as well. Maybe AMD faked me out. Gonna watch. Maybe I'll jump in short with AMD as well. I'm gonna start scaling up. I think Mitch was like break even. I think he was up like $15. I might be wrong though. I'm not sure. Oh wait, what kind of music y'all want? I'll let you guys vote. We can listen to jazz, we can listen to lo-fi hip hop, or we can listen to kind of like a mix in between. Yes, I did. Scott? Yeah, this is my P&L on the day. I've only had one loss, and it was a bigger loss on Dell, unfortunately. But the other, I'm 75% accuracy today. Just, am I missing something here? No, I guess that's about right. Yeah, it's about right. We're running about 75% accuracy today. Still pretty early. I'm going to start trading with bigger and bigger size. John, where can we buy these glasses? I got these off of Amazon, I'm pretty sure. Just Google Blue Block glasses. You can also get them at Best Buy.
Daddy, this wasn't your piece of cake.
Here, no, I know. I can't do it right now, bud. You got to pause it and wait. Okay? All right, so if you want to listen to jazz, press 1. 1 for jazz. If you want to listen to lo-fi hip-hop, press 2. We'll get a vote going on here. Maybe I got scared out of AMD a little bit early. We'll see. All right, right now we got 2 for lo-fi hip-hop, 3 for jazz, 5 for lo-fi hip-hop, 6 for jazz, 7 for jazz, 8 for jazz. All right. Most people, I think jazz won, guys. I'm pretty sure jazz won. All right, more people voted for jazz than anything else. I'm pretty sure 1, 2, yeah. All right, jazz wins. See what else I get into. I mean, I'm not really loving anything right now. We'll see. I mean, there might be a few more opportunities here, but not a bad trading day. I mean, I'm running 75% accuracy. It's just a very small day after commissions. I'm sure it's pretty close to break even, if I'm being honest with myself. So we'll see. I'm looking at SQ as well. If SQ bounces up to the VWAP, I might short it. Same thing with Roku. Same thing with AMD. Let me look at the cannabis stocks today as well. Too rangy. It's good to see my levels that I drew earlier are still holding pretty well. Remember, guys, to hit that subscribe button. Let's see, we should get a goal here. Before I end the stream, I want to get 10 more subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We go live every weekday morning for free. You can listen to some good music with us, watch us trade, hang out with us in the morning, listen to us talk about random nonsense, and even if you dislike us, we might lose, and you know you don't want to miss that. So hit the subscribe button, team. Click the bell. If you click the bell, you'll get a notification every time we go live, which is usually sometime before 8:20 market time. So click the bell, guys. Hit the subscribe button. We appreciate all the love today. Let's see who else we got. We got Luis Salazar with the sub today, brother. So welcome, man. Appreciate the subscribe. And remember, guys, to keep hitting that subscribe button, team. Yeah, DKS doesn't look bad. Right now I'm kind of looking at SQ here for somewhat of a fake out fade. I'd like to see it bounce up a little bit more though. ASLN. Yeah, I don't think I can trade it, unfortunately. Yeah, that one's ripping up though. If you trade penny stocks, ASLN is ripping up big here. So I think it's a little extended up here though. So I might start to scale into SQ with the plan of just kind of scaling in for the next 10 cents here. So I'm going to jump in with 100 shares of SQ. And if it goes initially in my direction, I'll take that. But really I'm looking to add a little bit more and scale into this one with the risk level right above here at 90 or so. Hopefully it fades before then. Price up so I can add a little bit more. Start taking my swing with bigger size. There we go. A little bit more. Let it move up some. Watching this bid price here. It might have been, like I said, picks are great, picks are fine, as long as you don't get mad when people don't take them. You can give out as many picks as you want here. I'll watch Dick's as well, see if we can get up to 46.27, Dick's Sporting Goods. I can't beat the boss right now, buddy. I'm still working, okay? No, I can't right now, bud. Sorry, buddy. You're gonna have to wait. Alright, so we're at the top of the range. I'm gonna add another 100 shares in with 200 shares now of SQ. Like I said, I'm gonna add up to 87 and then base my risk off of that 90 level here. Nice, Justin. Hey, congrats, man. Nice work, bro. CLVS? I don't know, man. Beautiful VWAP bounces on CLVS today. Like I said, team, remember to hit that subscribe button. We go live every weekday morning for free on YouTube. So if you want to day trade with some good people, listen to some good music, watch us day trade live, where we actually show you all aspects of our trading. You can see our account balance and follow it as the days go by and see how we're doing. You know, we do it live. So if you appreciate that transparency, you know, like I said, we just try to be the realest people out there. And you know, if you love that, you want to help support that, hit the subscribe button, guys. If you click the bell, it turns on notification. We go live every weekday morning for free on YouTube, day trading the open, calling out what we're watching and the strategies we're using. But again, we're not experts or gurus here, as the channel suggests. As the name suggests, we are just a free resource and community for new traders. Oh no, the SPY is moving up. That's bad if it does. Might jump out of this trade if the SPY starts moving up. Yeah, SPY's at the top of the range here. This might drag this up. Let's see. SQ a lot of times is very quick acting with the overall market. If the market moves up, a lot of the time SQ will follow it. CGC's up there too. No, I'm hoping the market gets rejected here, but hey, we'll see. I mean, I'm just using Epidemic Sounds is the name of the company I'm using. For the music, it's all royalty-free music. This song is called Tell Me a Bedtime Story by Jerry McCoy. The other ones are Tiny Tiny Steps, Less Peoples, Maybe Some Other Time. You know, it's all jazz. Could pop it up too. Maybe it's not the best time to short this. I mean, I'll give it a little bit of time. It's relatively, I'm not going to say it's completely insignificant, but it's a small trade. SPY pushing up breaking highs though. That's really what I don't like here. But yeah, guys, like I said, remember, we're not experts or gurus here. We just let people watch us for free. We're just a free resource and community for new traders. MU had a beautiful bounce there. Market's starting to push up break highs. It's at 314.71 on the SPY. And so we'll see if it pushes it up here. Hey, nice, Mark. Congrats, bro.
Came about the womb, man, with everything that you demand.
Beautiful
you could
drop.
say I had a plan, way before I had a fan.
Well.
Some
Like
would
the drop,
probably call it
it
luck.
doesn't immediately
I just
rebound,
call it
which is
being
possible, and
blessed.
I've seen
You
that
ain't
a
never
lot.
did the work, but you wanna be the best. Lately I could never stress, never better
Love
yet.
the squeeze, though.
Might have had a thing for you. She know I'm the better bet. I digress, I let it rest. Go and get another check. I could always see my future. I bet they could never guess. Guessing they get it, cause look at me now and then look at yourself in the mirror. I know they doubted my thesis, but they doubted Jesus, and right now I'm making it clear. Clearly these people don't know where they going, and lately I feel like the man with the map. I got this out the mud, you could give me the word and I'll probably give it right back. Back at the bus, I was scraping the change. Back in my head, I was living a life. Back at my job, I was losing the focus and trying to find ways to get back to the mic.
Like I said, these bounce back a lot.
I feel like a liar and I cannot lie to myself.
They're faking longs out, they're triggering longs to get stopped out.
I know that a lot of you know. Spilling pieces of a poet, don't you know it? I'm the real thing, baby. And if it don't make a dollar, then how could it make a real change, baby?
It's happened every time since here, unfortunately.
Spilling pieces of a poet, don't you know it? I'm the real thing, baby. And if it don't make a dollar, then how could it make a real change, baby? Came about the womb of giant. You a lick and you a client. Now you got so much to say.
Just looking at this
I
top,
was hurting, you was quiet. Glory is as glory does. So you know the story, love. Never thought he'd be a legend. He was always sure he was. You was always naysaying. Some things never change. Spiritually, I never age. Feeling like 11th grade. Junior me, proud of me. Standing tall, towering.
Maybe I should have taken the whole profit there,
do.
but
If I was living
I
cowardly,
took half off to protect
sushi
myself.
roll sour D, song 3, hour 3. I don't even go to sleep. Know the Lord empower me. Wake them up, they sound asleep. They gon' hear the sound of me. When the money getting up, truly ain't no down in me. Finally get it, cause look at me now and then looking at me from the picture. They probably thought that I need them or thought that I keep them. They lucky if I even miss them. Thinking that you got me figured, you figured it
should be a
wrong.
little better now, right?
Truly forget you. Lately I ain't got the time to be picking no fights when I'm trying to pick from the menu. Spilling pieces of a poet, don't you know it? I'm the real.
I took bigger size with this one, and then it squeezed me right back out. And so I'll let it work up to the 68-80 level. We'll see. But I don't like it anymore. A lot of buying pressure that's showing on the chart now because of that. Like I said, it was just what happened here is probably somebody just stopping out some longs, you know, or people taking profits into that drop. Both are plausible. CGC's up at the VWAP. I don't know, man. It's been a while since I traded that one. Here's the squeeze out. Keep myself roughly break even on it, but looking at CGC. There's the run up. So I got out, still up on the day, tiny loss, but yeah, it just kind of faked me out. This big squeeze right here, stopping out some longs before it moves up, is what's going on there. Like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button. Regardless of whether we win or lose, we day trade every day for free on YouTube. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications, show your support for what we do here, guys. Yeah, it should be better. But yeah, so I'm probably gonna hang it up for the day and you know, see what else I can find. Like I said, if anybody else wants to use the same platform as us, right now they do have their Black Friday sale going on, and the intro package is only $335. And so with that, it's an educational package, and it comes with a day trading course, access to their chat room, and a demo account. And all of that's included in the package. But the really cool thing is that once you get to apply for, and most people are actually approved for the funded account program after this, and it doesn't cost anything extra. It's included in the $335, and that includes you get to trade a funded account with 14,000 in buying power, and there's no PDT rule. So you can day trade stocks, you can short stocks, and it operates like a prop firm. And so there's a 70-30 split, so you're sharing 30% of your profits with them, but they're giving you all this buying power for less than $400. There is a max loss of $700. And so if you go below 13,300 on the 14,000 in buying power, they close you down. But I think for new traders, it's the cheapest option to day trade a live account. No. Don't come on here, buddy. It's the cheapest option to day trade a live account, and it's one of the ways that new traders can short stocks. And I think that's extremely rare for new traders because most of the time they need a margin account to short, and this is just the cheapest way, in my opinion. And so if you want to check them out, here's the link. Great way to help support us. No, I am not done, buddy. Give me like 20 minutes, buddy. Okay. Yep. But yeah, if you want to help support our channel, go check them out. There's the link in the chat. Like I said, there's no PDT rule once you're approved for the funded account, and I think it just makes sense for new traders. And so there's the link if you want to check it out. The sale ends in a few days, and so it's not going on for very long, and the price is going to go back up to like $400 or $500. But again, I'm biased in their regard because I make a commission if you sign up. So do your research. But yeah, you can go check them out. You can also check out Trade Ideas, which in my opinion are the best scanners in day trading, and I'll include this link there as well. You could use promo code BT15 at checkout with Trade Ideas to get 15% off of Trade Ideas products. And like I said, I think they're just the best scanners in trading. They're the best scanners in the game. And so there's the link for that as well. Remember, guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Click the bell to turn on notifications. Show your support for what we do here. And good luck, team. He wants me to beat the boss in Mario World Odyssey. Yeah, okay. But alright, guys, have a good day. Appreciate the love, team. Hit that subscribe button. Click the like button if you haven't already as well. And we'll see you all tomorrow, guys. So good luck. Or not tomorrow. Friday. We'll see you all Friday, guys. So have a good day. Huh? You're going to get the Switch now? I got to go help my son beat Super Mario Odyssey bosses. Like a boss. Don't come on here. Don't come on here. You're gonna show me how to get to the boss. Okay. Alright, guys. Have a good day. We'll see you all a little bit later. Oh, go check out our website as well. We got a great website that has a lot of good free content on our site. And so if you want to check that out too. Oh, it's a piece of cake. Wow. There's the link, guys. If you want to go check out our website, we got a lot of great free content on there as well. So go check them out. I'll see you guys later. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Show your love for what we do here. Hit that sub button. Good luck. Everyone have a happy Thanksgiving. If you're in the U.S., eat some good food. We're going to eat some Louisiana favorites over here for Thanksgiving. And so remember, here, hold on, buddy. Do not come on the stream, but my son keeps trying to run up in here. All right, guys. Later, team. Have a good day.